Well, I already cracked it open and I said, well, I'll just make a video. This is what arrived today. Brand new. Got some projects coming up. And one that's is going to be to tear down that thing and that lean-to thing. The barn is what it is, and tear that down, pour a pad, build a new barn. And I'm going to use the new mud mixer. The new mud mixer for that project. So, I've seen some videos already about putting it together and this and that. So, I might not bore you with that. But maybe I will. Stay tuned. I must say I'm very impressed by the way that it is packaged. Very nicely, very thorough. Had these foam inserts in to help, and then everything. The shaft is protected by a thick cardboard, and this and that foam to protect that on that side too. And then the motor on the back is the same way. That's pretty terrific. And that's the second box. So, all right, maybe I'll start digging into it. And this here is some good, strong, thick, heavy metal. Nice. Nice. Okie dokie. Well, the instructions were pretty good. Pretty easy to put together too. I'm a visual learner. A couple of things it doesn't really state in there how it's supposed to be with like the washer there, if that washer is supposed to be on the top of the spring, but the instructions say like base plate. So you see that screw, the washer that's either there, and then a big washer, and then small washer, then spring, then the nut. So I took that as the listing as a literal way that it's supposed to go on. No clue. But I tightened it down, compressed the spring. It doesn't say, well, I didn't read, but it doesn't say how tight you're supposed to do it. So I just did it to where it compressed the spring all the way down. And then I released, I released the stop and rotated it, and it seemed like it was going to rotate fine. So no big deal there. But it says to flip it over upside down like this and put it together. So now I think I'm going to roll it back towards me, back on top of the platform here. Well, obviously because that's in the way, but you know what I mean. So, all right, let me flip this thing over and see how it works. And just like that, I did flip it towards me, like I said, over here in this spot, and then rolled it back over there. Now I guess I'm just gonna take off. I could do this with you. I can't do everything else with you because I don't have a stand, tripod. So let's go ahead and zoom out a little bit. Take this off. That's really thick there. That's nice. Cardboard out. Here is the bag splitter. Oopsies. And that's just a an extra grate to keep, I guess, debris and big chunks from clogging up everything. You hear how solid that sounds? Nice. So the water button's in here. I get that off. Got reverse, forward, off, reverse. Reverse isn't a, see, forward stays like forward, obviously, because you're using more. Reverse is just a single press, and then it zeroes back out to off. And you gotta go forward again. Oops, excuse me. Here's some instructions right off the bat. And do not spray water directly onto or into the motor. Nice. And here's the motor. Wow. And it tells you how to do it, how to clean it. Don't spray water here. So, like, they've done a good job on telling you how to keep this thing functioning, what to do and what not to do. Because obviously people were like, just spray water on it and wash it, and I guess have complaints that their motor went out. Here's the hookup. Got a little off valve here for the sprayer. It also come with this 40 to 50 psi pressure regulator. So I guess if you're working on something that's got higher water pressure, I'll put this on it to regulate it down to 40 to 50, because I guess that's the recommended thing. I may have to even get like a pump to get my pressure up enough to do this, or I just play with it and see at what water nozzle I have to have it on, water setting I have to have it on here. I think I've seen a bunch of people with this to get the chute to go on it. I don't know. I might do that. And I also might get the extender. I don't know. But I think I've seen like the extender is like almost $300 for that. And the chute, I guess I don't think it's too bad. So, maybe I'll try it out. I've used one of these before at work, which is why I have it now, because I loved it. And what I want to do, and I'll play around here. I'll do like sidewalk here. Beside the shed up there, I'm going to put a pad for the generator. Who knows? I don't know. But the sky's the limit now that I have this. And I'm pretty excited. I bought it off of Amazon. So if you're interested, I bought it off of Amazon. And where it was on was Jack's Small Engines. I'm not gonna lie, I was a little nervous that I just dropped like $3,000 on Amazon, and who knows if I was gonna get it. However, tracking number came up on FedEx perfectly fine. They shipped through FedEx, and it got delivered fast. When did I order? I can't even remember when I ordered it. Wednesday, maybe? Wednesday night, I was sitting in bed talking with Christina, and I said, you think I could do the pad by myself for the barn? She's like, yeah. I said, say less. And I ordered this thing. And it got here today at around 150. So, I'm excited. Check this out, like, and it's not, I mean, it's heavy. Don't get me wrong, it's heavy. It's because I ran over that. But look at this. With the regulator in my hand, pushing. One hand. So, it's heavy. It's heavy duty. But it's light enough to maneuver around into spots. So, Like I said, packaged great. I haven't seen, the only scuff thing I seen was right here on the handle and this upper handle. And I think because that was underneath, so it sat in there like that. If you remember, it sat in just like that. And this was like turned upside down underneath it. And maybe that's where the rubbing happened. I don't care. No big deal to me. Some people might, but it doesn't bother me any. So here it is. I don't know when I'm going to do something with it. Maybe this weekend, and I'll make a video then. But I don't know what my plans are yet. So thank you for watching. Subscribe. I've never said that in any of my videos. Subscribe, and let's do this together. Let's play with it together. Give me some ideas. And I think last I checked, I'm at like 420 subscribers. I'm very thankful for that. Let's see if you guys can share and give me some help. At least get me to 1,000. I don't need to be like millions and stuff like that, unless people like what I do. But ultimately, get me to, let's get to 1,000. If you can help me get to 1,000. If not, then you see this and, well, that's it. And that's okay with me too. I think it'll make it to the right people that need to see it. So thanks again for watching, and I'll catch up with you later.